All right, let's talk about something you've probably heard thrown around a lot lately: leadership coaching. It's become this huge tool for professional development. But what is it really? And how does it actually help leaders tap into their full potential? Let's dig in.
And look, let's just get one thing straight right from the get-go. This is way more than just another corporate buzzword. Seriously, experts consider coaching to be the single most effective method for developing top-tier talent. It's a really focused, powerful way to unlock potential that gets you actual, measurable results. So, okay, what are we really talking about when we say coaching? It's time to move past that buzzword and get a really solid, practical definition of what this is all about. So here's the official take, and I want you to pay attention to a few key words here because they're important. It's an experiential and individualized process. That means it's not some one-size-fits-all training seminar. Nope, this is totally tailored to one person, focusing on their real-world challenges. It's a one-on-one partnership, and it's all built on a foundation of trust.
Let's break that down even more. First off, it's got to be individualized, right? It's all about one person's unique path. Then it's about building concrete skills, one by one. It's also laser-focused on goals, both for the short term and the long haul. And at its heart, it is always a direct, one-on-one relationship founded on mutual trust and respect. That part is absolutely crucial.
Okay, so keeping all that in mind, how does a coach actually go about unlocking all that potential? Well, it kind of boils down to this one simple but incredibly powerful formula for high performance. This is the mental model that really guides the entire process.
And here it is. It's so simple. Effectiveness equals your potential minus interference. Now, the big idea here is that coaching isn't about adding something you don't have. It's about finding and removing the interference, all the roadblocks that are stopping you from using the potential you already possess. So what kind of interference are we talking about? Well, it basically falls into two buckets. You've got your internal obstacles, things like our own fears, that voice of self-doubt, and the blind spots we just can't see in ourselves. And then you have the external obstacles, stuff in our environment like messy team dynamics or organizational red tape. A great coach helps a leader tackle both. All right, so now we get it. The goal is to reduce that interference. But how does coaching actually make that happen? The whole process really stands on three key pillars of personal growth. It's a really clear journey. It all starts with self-awareness, finally seeing your strengths and your blind spots for what they are, usually through some really honest feedback. Next, you build up your emotional intelligence, which means learning to take that feedback, really reflect on it, and not get defensive. And finally, that's where the rubber meets the road. You take focused action, creating a rock-solid plan with your coach to hit your goals. And the outcome of all this? It's not just some vague feeling of being better. We're talking about developing real, tangible, high-value leadership skills. Things like emotional intelligence, communication, better decision-making, strategic thinking. These are the very skills that define the best leadership out there. But here's a really important question. Does all this just benefit one person? Not a chance. A huge part of coaching is this idea of the ripple effect. When one leader gets better, the benefits spread out to their entire team and even the whole organization. And this really captures that dual payoff perfectly. For the individual leader, we're talking about huge personal growth, a boost to their career, and even a better work-life balance. And for the organization, well, all that personal growth translates directly into things they care about: higher productivity, stronger teams, and people who are way more engaged. It is a true win-win. So, I want to leave you with this one question to think about. Go back to that core formula. Effectiveness equals potential minus interference. What interference might be limiting your own potential right now? It's a pretty powerful thing to reflect on. Thanks for digging into this with me today.